Most High. You can't tell the Most High shit. You can't tell the Most High a damn thing. And really, getting caught up in emotions like that is self-destructive anyways. Think about a person who's hot and can't control themselves. That type of anger is going to get you killed. Or being overly sad. What, you know? Being overly sad is not a good place to be. Overly depressed. Now, I'm not saying that brothers don't deal with particular spirits, but there's got to come a time where you develop new ways to deal with those things in the spirit.
Convert, transmute, they call it transmute.
Right.
Transmutation. So,
yeah, exactly. You got to go through a metamorphosis, through a change, you know? And it's painful to a certain degree, all right? Because things happen, you know? People notice when you start doing things that are better for your development, you know? It comes with the territory. It's a condition of the battle, as a matter of fact, you know?
That's why when you're growing up, you should move away from where you grew up at. The scriptures say the prophet not without honor,
right,
is saved or accept within his own country and his own people. How many rappers die where they're, I'm using rappers as an example. They die where they grew up at. They go back to, they get shot up and playing fucking craps. Dice or whatever. Like, why the fuck are you that damn rich and you fucking getting around in certain elements of where you grew up at?
Right.
The type of elements that you grew up at. Not to happen to other takeoff. It's dumb shit.
Yeah, and if you're not getting hurt physically, you know that people are going to speak badly about you and try to ruin your reputation. Whatever they can't do to you physically, they'll try to demonize your character to others. You know?
Yep.
Isaiah 59, verse 15.
There's more?
No, that was it.
Yeah, so can we just run that back real quick, Baba Kasha? And then come and just follow that up, brother.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12. It says, there is a way which seemeth right unto one man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Right, end thereof are the ways of death. All right, so in the end, who's going to be right? We're going to be right. We're not telling you to do anything that's unlawful or to engage in any activity that's going to get you in trouble. We wouldn't recommend you do anything like that. That's just common sense. So you got to have good sense. Now, we're just telling you how it was in the ancient world and how it's going to go back to.
Exactly.
It's going to go back to that. All right. So you look at them laws. It's going right back to that. Now, all right. That's what it is. Right? It's going right back to that. Now, our women are going to be in order. They're going to be in order.
Right.
So it's not going to be like a thing where you got to capture someone.
Right, like there's a certain, amongst the Israelites, right, that we're speaking about, when we come into our kingdom, there's going to be things that are not necessary because we're going to be perfect. Yep. It's going to be more for the other nations because they're going to be subject to the law without that perfection, that level of perfectionism, all right? They're going to be struggling to keep things, and, you know, so they're going to take our place.
Right. They're going to be able to do N-words.
Yeah. Okay.
They're going to have to learn everything like how we learn.
Learn our ways,
Isaiah 59, verse 15. Yea, true felleth, and he that depart from evil, make himself a prey. And the Lord,
you depart from evil, you become like the spirits. They attack you. You might lose your job, definitely like a 99% chance you're going to lose your wife. Yep. And it's going to be a little rough. But the Lord gave, especially certain of us, the ability to have resilience. And to be able to endure a lot of mental and physical suffering. All right? Remember what Yahweh Shai went through. He was crucified.
and if I may, you transforming from a wolf to a sheep. And once you do that, you're becoming a prey, because the wolves that you used to be around is looking at you like you're weak now. So they're going to come at you in all kind of ways.
And contrary to what they believe, you know, brother, this is actually putting on strength, because we're not being confident in a plain way. Our confidence is derived from the power of the universe, from Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, which outweighs and outdoes anything that these people could possibly possess in terms of strength in the world. Money, women, whatever. Doesn't matter. Because we understand that the fashion of this world is going to pass away. Now, how can you compete with that?
Yeah. All the talking
How you going to
head-
compete with that?
all these damn women want to be on talking head shows now. Everybody want to have
Everybody wants a
content creator.
podcast,
Yeah,
a
want
panel.
podcast, talking shit.
Like I saw these jakes today. I forget. It's called Jackie. I don't know the name of it. I don't want to butcher it. But this is like a panel of like 4 dudes and 4 women, and they're giving their opinions. Some things they were right on. Some things they were like
Yeah, just
way
copying-
off on.
Copying off F and F.
Yeah, and it's just like, they're talking about what's this guy Lamar Odom in his situation that's going on, and then they start talking about transgenders. But it's just like the conversation that they had before that was, how do they correct the youth and protect their kids from being exposed to the things that are going on TikTok, the trends, stuff like that. And one woman was closer than the rest of the people on the panel, which was saying, well, as a God-fearing nation, right, or God-fearing people, we got to instill those values. But then when the topic of the alphabet community comes up, the whole energy shifts. It's like, okay, you're not even getting to the source of the problem now at this point. You're glossing over. You're talking about it, but you're not actually saying, okay, this can't no longer be, right? That's really the right attitude. If you want to protect your children, you got to understand that you can't have this. We can worship our power and be in America too. See, Jake has that mindset that they could do the
How
two
we
of
gonna
those,
get money now?
right? Those two can exist at the same time, and they just can't. We've seen examples with the right. Those are perfect examples with the Black Wall Street. But I'm going to take it a step further. We can't even talk about certain things because it's considered either hate speech or disinformation. They're proving that if you have a mindset that is based upon biblical principle, you are a problem. You are an issue. So how are you supposed to have those types of values and you want to assimilate in, American culture into it? You can't. Those two don't mesh. They're two different beliefs. So,
Yeah, well, Mary and Joseph were close relatives. They were from the tribe of Judah. I believe they both came from a similar house. I believe they came from the line of David, if I'm not mistaken.
yes.
Mary and Joseph. So you would look at that, and they knew their lineage back then.
Yep.
So if they happened today, they would look at them like, oh, wait a minute, you ain't supposed to do that. They were frowned upon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that was during the time of the Lord.
Right.
So again, so the Lord was with them, and it's going to go back to them. It's going to go back to marriages amongst your family. It was even said that the Lord took our rib out.
Yeah.
Huh?
Long,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how.
And to have biblical principles, that takes discipline.
Takes discipline.
Because people don't have discipline.
Right. Right. Like you got to stand for something when you have biblical principle. You draw the line between good and evil, and that's what. If you listen to that podcast, they totally lost that energy.
So what was the two things?
Well, they were talking about a collective, but
They
I'll.
were talking about one, and then they went to another one.
Right. So they were basically giving their opinions. Is this trivial that we're talking about, or is this something that is impactful? We need to dive deep on it. And there was a plethora of topics, but those were just a few that I remembered. How do they protect their children and the youth from the different trends and behaviors that are going on? And it's like, well, you can't if you continue to have an American mindset.
Well,
Because even if, okay, let's say, and I'll get right back to you, brothers. But let's say you teach your children biblical principle, right? And you do your best to keep them away from public schools, all right, or even private schools. Somewhere along the line, okay, through a smart device or the television, they're going to hear something that is contrary or in opposition to the righteousness that's in the scriptures. And right there is the problem, because this man still has sway and influence, and he's using all mediums to influence our people to submit to his image. So that's the whole time they're speaking on these things, that's what I'm thinking of. Like you can't. Jake don't realize that you can't. You can't try to raise up your people and establish our kingdom while trying to be equal to this man in his system. The two are opposing forces. They do not coincide. One is going to have to eventually submit to the other. So that was one topic that they went into. Then they started hitting a situation that's going on with Lamar Odom. Brother's going to have to look that up for complete reference. Something with the LGBT community.
Well, yeah, a family member or something that's
Some to that effect. I don't want to misspeak, but some to that effect. Yeah, but it's like, okay, that one woman was just speaking about being God-fearing, and then they're talking about it. Oh, I got it. So they were saying how a lot of these trans women are starting to get eerily too similar to real women. So that's what they're talking. They're not talking about, at least as far as I got in that part of the interview or panel. They weren't actually condemning it. They were more astonished at the fact that women that are not born women are becoming more closer to being like real women.
Well, yeah. The thing is, a lot of them, the talking head guys, they don't want to get, like, they change the video to the hate speech.
Sure.
So even if they actually do believe it, they're not going to publicly admit it.
Right.
Like, they are against
And
it.
they have to censor themselves.
They got to kind of like bring it down a little. They may agree with the movement. I don't know, but most guys, they're not going to really be display their true mind because they're afraid they can't.
Right. So bringing it around full circle, they're out there for entertainment, views.
Yep, money. A lot of them are for money. Yep.
Right. They want viewership, possible sponsorships.
Yep.
And again, so Jake doesn't really stand for anything.
Right.
And this is the problem. Okay? Because we're not. They're not of the elect. They're not of the elect. But it's a good talking point because at the end of the day,
they make their money.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. But again, like I said, I'm making the point that, Jake don't really stand for something. They don't stand for anything. They'll talk real good, on this particular subject, and they'll nail it on the head, and then another topic will come up, and it's total dismissive to the source of the issue.
Well, you gotta stand, like you said, you gotta stand for something. And most people, they're really concerned about just getting money. Because they offend certain group of people, they're afraid that the other people are like, they're unsubscribe.
Well, that's what happens to you. You get shamed, you get ostracized, right? Get your funds cut.
Yep.
Channels start getting targeted, attacks and all that. Flag this.
Yep.
See,
flag that. Have flagging parties.
Right.
They actually have people that have flagging parties.
Wow.
Get like 100 people, 500 people get together, and they will flag a video down.
Right.
Get this motherfucker off of YouTube. Get them off of Instagram. They have people that actually live to do that like a job.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The thing is, a lot of people use YouTube as a fund of money. Like a lot of people that if they first start out, all right, they get on the panel, they start that avenue of work, and you can make a livable wage with YouTube. So a lot of people use that as a livable wage. It's like their workforce. So if they're going to make sure that they keep that money flowing in, or maybe it's just a side hustle. They're still making money, so they're going to make sure that they keep that by any means necessary. Whether it means they got to talk on certain things or whatnot, or promote certain things for the benefit of their sponsorships, right?
Yeah,
how many times right before a video happens, they say, "Oh yeah, this is going to give you a word of my sponsors," and they go in and list 5-minute advertisement about the sponsorship.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause they're not prophets. And they're,
Well, look.
But what I say, I would at least think that if you're going to bring a certain subject up, that you would be bring it up responsibly and say what you really believe. But just kind of like frame it in a way where it's palatable, at least, or just don't bring the fucking subject up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What scriptures do we got?
Northern Kingdom. We're going to go Northern Kingdom.
Okay.
You want that?
You get that. The Northern Kingdom, they came to the New World, all right, during the time of Shalmaneser, I believe. I was going to say that, right? King Hosea.
Yep. This is
You can say that's mercy, all right? The Lord, allowed the Israelites, the Northern Kingdom, to get under the hands of the Syrian Empire. So it's not very descriptive how that happened. All right, and at the proper time, how Shai will reveal to us how that happened exactly. All right? But right now, it's not descriptive on how it happened. It's said that they left the Assyrian kingdom and they came over to the New World. All right, they got boats, ships, and they sailed over here. And I think they may have stopped in Africa, right? And then it came to the New World. But it gives you the account here. Read it.
Yep, this is 2nd Ezra 13 and verse.
I believe that. Yeah. No, this before they came over here. So scratch that. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners.
No, read up.
Oh, read up. Verse 37, and this
Peaceable
was.
multitude. Peaceable.
Oh yes, verse 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen, and go forth into a further country, where never mankind dwelt.
Right. Yeah. So when Israel left, Israel may have stopped to get more supplies or whatever. They may have known about different routes around Africa. So they may have- Yeah, so they may have stopped in Africa. That's a long ass journey. From the Euphrates to the New World. So it's more than likely that they stopped somewhere to get supplies and to continue their journey onto the New World. Because once they get to the Atlantic, they ain't no stopping.
Exactly. There's no
There's
stopping.
no stopping. So you gotta keep going. You know, I'm sure the angels guided Northern Kingdom to the New World, to the Caribbean, to South America, North Central South America. All right. So this is what 700 something BC, 722, 723 BC. All right. So you can say the bulk of the Israelites of the Northern Kingdom left the Assyrian captivity. Then you still had a scattering amongst Judah of the Northern Kingdom. Right? But the bulk were in captivity in Assyria. And then you always had Israelites scattered all over the world, at all time periods. Israel was scattered. You know, Israel didn't just stay in one place. You had certain families that said, I'm going to go to Europe and make money or start a business or whatever. So they left. Sometimes they kept the customs, sometimes they didn't. You had this one family of Judites or Ephraimites, right, representing the kingdom, different kingdoms that were in southern Europe.
It says, for the Most High showed signs for them. It says that they might keep their statues, which they never kept in their own land.
Yeah, and by default, you had to have southern kingdom amongst Ephraim. And if you were up there at the time when you seized the city or took you captive, they didn't care if you were of the southern kingdom, they'd let you fuck go. If you were Israelite in the Assyrian captivity and you were up there during the time of the wars, you were actually going in slavery under Assyria. All right? So you had cross mixing amongst the tribes at all time periods.
Yep. It says that they might keep that they might there keep their statues which they never kept in their own land, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
And so the point was to escape the captivity and to keep the worship Yahweh and worship the Father in the Spirit.
Yep. For the Most High then showed signs for them. Yep.
Said Most High showed signs for them.
Yeah, because like imagine, like you said, you could if you went out the land of Euphrates and went south, you'd be on that damn ocean the whole damn fucking way. You know. You know, at least you gotta be guided through them oceans.
These are old. This is not metal ships. Ships are made of wood. Old ancient technology.
Yep. And then think of the tempest
Going
and
with the wind,
Yep.
not going with propeller and push. Going with the wind pushing you.
Yep. Imagine out at sea and a wild tempest comes through, a hurricane comes through. During that land, if they were to go through during hurricane season, they weren't going to make it through there. So the Most High made it to where they were guided, all right, through the Spirit to make it, and actually make it over here.
Yeah, and you had
through ancient technology.
Yeah, and you had to have Northern Kingdom Israelites, whoever was head at the time, probably Ephraim was the head, so they had to have knowledge on ships, on navigation.
Navigation, yep.
Yeah, so we don't have half the knowledge we had back then.
Yep.
About how to work the stars, all that work, maritime law. You got Not coming
It's, for the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through the country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. In the same region,
year and a half. So yeah, that makes sense that
Crazy.
they stopped somewhere.
journeying for a year and a
They
half.
stopped somewhere to get supplies. I'm sure they left with supplies.
Yep.
But then they had to get more re-up on some supplies.
Yep.
Yeah, and this was a great escape. And, all right, and the Lord pretty much is not descriptive. It doesn't really tell you how this feat was done, but it was done. The northern kingdom, they got on ships. All right. Okay, you could say not 100% of them. Okay, the majority of them. All right, got on ships and left the Syrian captivity. All right, and came to the New World, and they were guided by Yahweh Shai. They were guided by the stars, by the ships of Sarah.
It says, then dwelt there they there until the latter time, and now when they shall. Says for through the country there was a great way to.
Quote where you at?
This is 2nd Ezra 13 and 45. For through the country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. In the same region is called Arsaris.
Arsaris means new earth.
Yeah, new land or something
New
like
land.
that. Yeah.
All right. So these are the 10 tribes. All right. Now Dan was amongst them. All right. But in Revelation 7th chapter, it does not describe Dan. So we believe that Dan was absorbed within the other tribes. You know, we don't. What the scriptures say that Deuteronomy about the things that we know now are to us. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be revealed in time exactly what happened to Dan. All right? But Dan left on those ships. Tribe of Dan was amongst the tribes that went into the Assyrian captivity. All right? So the Lord's going to reveal it like the 7 thunders uttered their voice. We don't know what those thunders are. All right? But it will be revealed in its proper time what the 7 thunders are. And exactly how the 10 tribes, because this is an amazing, spectacular journey that they took. Right? And we don't really have much description on how they did it. Right? It just tells you that they did it. Right? So we got Deuteronomy.
Yeah, this is Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 29, which it reads. New sword. Yeah, we moment. 29.
Reading about your histories.
Yep.
It says, the secret things belong unto the Lord Yahweh our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us, to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law.
All right, yeah. So when it comes to the knowledge, we have everything we need to be saved. All right. And in due time, if the Lord going to turn our spirit up and our minds, we going to know certain things that we didn't know before. Definitely in the kingdom, we going to know. We going to know.
Yep.
We're not going to have to pick up a book and read. We're going to have to
Exactly. Yep.
in our mind. So we know exactly how the northern kingdom got here from Euphrates. You know, where they got the ships, how much food they had, what they had on the ships, all that. Whatever the Lord sees fit for us to remember, we're going to have it. Right?
Yep. There won't be no guessing or speculation.
Right, yeah.
There'll be no need for it.
Okay, where it says it's few to a glass darkly.
Right here. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 12. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know even as also I am known.
So we got the knowledge for salvation. We understand that completely.
Yep.
But there's certain nuances in our history that is still a little cloudy.
Yep.
All right? And that's okay. All right? Because, Scripture say we're prisoners of hope.
Yep.
All right? And Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, he doesn't want us to know every single thing right now anyway.
Yep. It's why we're able to go off, because we don't remember, how. That's why we got to be stirred up by way of remembrance, right? But even then, we don't fully remember. We don't know exactly what happened, how it happened, right? We just know. Well, I mean, we kind of do know how it happened and stuff, but that's just like one instance, like there's just certain things that the Lord made it to where we can't recall, and there's just not the full details on it.
Right, and the Lord made it that way because we're still under the curse.
Yep. But the Lord did make it, the details that were important for us to remember, for us to remember the important things, right? And then the Lord will do it again, and have us, be able to be recalled to memory to the perfect things, right?
Right, yeah. Ezra had to fast for 2 weeks to get those.
So
imagine,
exactly.
Imagine how filthy we are right now.
Exactly.
We can't even. The Lord doesn't see it fit for us to receive the heavy stuff, heavy knowledge.
That's right. So that's a good point. The prophets are old, man. They were able to receive it. If they had a question, they had a legit question, they, suffered and fasted, and the angels would show it to them. So how much more when we're little one of the elect, and in our kingdom, how everything we showed to us.
Right, then you had to be a special prophet at that.
Yep.
You couldn't just, like Ezra's, imagine how many other prophets didn't get what Ezra's got.
Exactly, yep.
Well, Ezra's only one man.
Yep.
Then it says about to go through books and only give to the wise men.
Yep, the wise.
We lost those books.
Yep.
So, hey, we see through a glass dark.
Yeah, and he said right in these books, and he said don't basically keep it to yourself or something. He said don't give it to nobody.
Yeah, only give to the wise.
Yeah, only give to the wise. Yeah.
So somebody find that kind of.
Because with much wisdom comes much sorrow, and the more you know, your flesh can't handle all this. Because when Daniel had the dream, he was troubled after he had the dream. So when you get endowed with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, if you're in the flesh, you're not gonna be able to handle it.
And it's the Lord. Like we're subordinate to Yahweh Shah. All right, we are subordinate. All right, and you're only going to get a certain amount of knowledge as it coming up to our salvation. So He gave us a certain piece here. Then as we progress farther, we get more information until we get that spiritual power. Then we're going to get more information. Then we get to the new bodies. Then we're going to get everything. And that the Lord deems fit for us to know about creation, our reality, all that. We're going to get that knowledge. That was a good precept.
This is a quick one. Khan, this is real quick. This Sirach chapter 3 and verse 21. It says, "Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength."
Oh,
Right.
I got it. It's 14 and 26.
You gotta understand that not everything in the scriptures is going to be immensely detailed. That's another stumbling block too. You got the dude came up talking about some of the different pharaoh dynasties and shit.
Oh yeah, which dynasty was the Israelites in? Serving in?
Yeah,
to the diaspora or something.
Yeah, and then I said, "Where's Babylon?"
Right,
I was talking about America.
right. Then, so like these guys, they're spiritually discerned. They don't have the knowledge that the Lord opened up their mind. All right? Because what proves that, one way of proving your faith is by doing the work. All right? And doing it within a certain form. All right? You got like in music, you have like different forms of music. You have rap, pop, country, you have classical European orchestra. European doesn't mean Caucasian, by the way. Simpletons think European means white. Caucasian. White is a creation was 1613 from my research, 1681, and probably in the 1500s. This Caucasians identifying as a white race. That's new. At least far back as 1613. Right? Then 1681, white was created as a race, a classification of people, white. 1681, 1613, was like a play was made. I did a video on it, and they described these fair-skinned people as white in 1613. All right. So white is that's a creation. Right? It's not real. All right. Called they're Edomite. Their nationality is Edomites. Esau.
Yep. I got a precept and a point to make. We brought about this account, but it's kind of important. It kind of goes into everything we're saying. It's the second Ezra 14 and 24 says, but look, thou prepare thee many box trees, and take with thee Saria, Debria, Salumia, Ecanus, and Aziel, these 5 which are ready to write swiftly, and come hither, and I shall light a candle of understanding in thy heart, which shall not be put out till the things be performed which thou shalt begin to write. So the Lord basically puts an understanding. Not only is he going to tell you, he's going to reveal to you the truth, but he's going to give you that understanding. And he gave it to them men to write down swiftly in the book. So like the brother said, when the time comes and we're in our kingdom, we're going to have that understanding. We're going to have that light lit in us. Just like right now, not everybody has that light in them right now to understand these scriptures and to understand that, the Gentiles and the Israelite foreigners, they don't have that light in them to understand that, that fire burning within them. They're still them dead bones, like the scriptures say. They don't have that breath of life breathed in them. It says, and when thou hast done some things, shalt thou publish, and when thou hast done, some things shalt thou publish, and some things shalt thou show secretly to the wise. Tomorrow this hour shalt thou begin to write. All right. And then jumping down, it says, but in verse 45, 2 Ezra 14 and 45, and it came to pass when the 40 days were fulfilled, the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, publish openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. For in them is a spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. Damn. That was what was in those last books, man. For in them is the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom.
It was more likely it was things that are written that were very plain. Because we have our Psalms and Proverbs.
Yep.
Ecclesiasticus. So I'm sure it was like some straightforward knowledge in there that would have ignited a lot of people of who they are, or who we are, and very descriptive. And the Lord said, "Nah, you gotta make it a little more difficult for these Israelites that are going to be in Babylon, in the new world." Because our thing is faith. So if you can overcome certain things not being very descriptive, you can overcome. You can overcome Satan.
That could have been a lot.
They are descriptive, but it's like Jacob, Israel wants it to be so plain that you can't make no mistakes. The Lord didn't make it like that. This is why these books of wisdom, we don't have them today.
Or the why. Jake always wants to know the why. If you can ask, you never have a kid, you say something, they say, but why? But why? And they try to break it down to a very, very minor detail. That's probably what was in those books. The whole why. The why. Why did this happen? And then they like to throw the if. Well, if this happened, then why would he do it? I bet you all that was in there. But Israel wants to know the whys on everything, to the minor detail. Well, why is rain wet? Why is the sky blue? Yeah, why is the sky blue? Because God made it that way. But why? Because he had the power to. But why? Come on, man. Yeah. It's like Yep.
I got a precept real quick. This is St. John chapter 20 and 30. And it says, and many other signs truly did Yahushua in the presence of his disciples, which are not written in this book. But these are written that ye might believe that Yahushua is Hamashiach, the Son of the Most High, and that believing ye might have life through his name.
Right, because this knowledge is only preserved for the elect. So there are things that happen, like the Northern Kingdom coming here. We don't have immense detail on that. We just got that it happened, and we have a few points, a few details, but not immensely detailed. On the nuances. So that caused some people not to believe. And that's fine.
That's right.
But this is only for the elect.
Yep.
What's written is for the elect, because the elect don't have a problem believing. The elect are going to receive the dreams and the visions. The elect are sealed. The elect are knit, connected to the Holy Spirit.
Yep. Yeah. How is the prophecy, strangest of salvation, going to be fulfilled if everybody knew that who the Israelites were? They were the people inside. And they were going to get saved. How they were going to get saved? If that was all obvious, there wouldn't that prophecy, strange of the salvation, wouldn't be.
That's a good point.
And things are very vague, which makes it easy for Esau to hide, right? He's able to kind of hide a lot of things because it's a little vague, right? And allows him to do his newspeak and stuff. But the Lord allowed it to where he can only hide it, but so much,
Right. And it don't have to be written because we got the Spirit.
Yeah,
all
that's
The
right.
Spirit.
Yeah, yep,
So,
yep.
so the law that is written, it's a spirit attached to it.
Yep.
All right? So it don't have to be written in the book. The Lord only allowed certain things to be written in the book.
Yep.
You got more than that?
Yeah. We go to verse 29. And it says, Yahweh shall save unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
Well, go back a little bit. Go up more.
Yeah, come, go
It
to,
acknowledged what he said first, and then it went to that.
we'll go to 27. It says, Then saith he to Thomas, Reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but believing.
You're not faithful, but believe. And that's Israel has a problem with faith. That's okay.
Yeah.
When they start seeing things start happening, they'll get faith. A certain percentage of them, a low percentage, and then the rest are gonna be put to death.
Especially unexplainable things.
And they're gonna be in them. They're gonna be in them torture rooms. They're gonna be in them damn rooms getting tortured. All right, getting things took from. Just look up the DOI videos. Somebody look up the DOI video. Force.
Silver
Blood.
forfeiture? You talking about that?
No, when they refused the blood fertilizer and all that, they be holding them down.
Oh, the ball,
Yeah, get
that dude.
no.
and
Go
he
on
was-
YouTube.
Forced
go on
blood
YouTube.
draw?
Yeah, forced blood draw. Go to
Yeah, he
YouTube.
was freaking the
Damn.
fuck out.
What the
Go
fuck?
to YouTube.
Forced
Forced blood
draw.
Forced
So
blood draw.
remember, y'all think that Esau is not the devil because he don't have capacity to do certain things and all that. Esau, he can do anything he wants to your damn body.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
He
yeah.
can fuck you up.
There ain't no rule that he made that he won't break. You know,
Right.
he's
Yeah,
he
he
don't.
won't break. That's a good point. Say it again.
he said there's not one rule that he made that he won't break. You know,
Yeah, Esau.
he breaks. Literally that was his whole mo when he came over here to the
It's
to
like
the
a
land.
compliment-
He created all these treaties, all these. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna do this to you. And then fucking did the exact thing he said. Once he gained the trust, he did the exact thing. You know, okay, listen, y'all. We ain't gonna kill each other no more. All right. Well, here's the white flag. We ain't killing each other no more. And in the moment Gad agreed, Esau came and killed them all. You know what the fuck, man? Esau a damn liar, man.
You're gonna have you in them rooms
Yeah.
torture you. But look, you don't gotta take the implant,
Yeah.
but you gonna be in them damn rooms and gonna be doing that
Yeah.
things to you.
Yeah,
Shit, that you might as well have the implant.
yeah. Talk about listen. Yeah,
You ain't out of your left.
yeah. We ain't gonna torture you. We ain't gonna do that. We can't. We're not even allowed to do that. Meanwhile, he's literally fucking torturing everybody that don't take this, the chip. See him.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
So, there's the two brothers on. Did the forced blood draws or DUIs. I saw a video a while back about it was a compilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were they had, but it might have been a news report too. It might have been news.
Taking no for an answer, officers.
That's
You
what,
gotta have a yes attitude.
you know that's what happened to me. I don't know, but should I tell my account about that? Like
Yeah.
lately, you know, they
Well, they
basically.
basically said you don't do it, they're gonna force it.
No.
They're going
If
to
I don't
jail?
do it, I was going. Yeah, I was going.
Jail?
I was under arrest for DWI.
Right.
That
Yeah,
was
well,
years ago. That
basically
was years ago,
you
yeah.
would have to prove in court that you wasn't.
No, they had all the evidence. They had all the evidence by field sobriety.
Oh. Well, I mean, you can still appeal that. I mean, that's why you should always refuse.
Yeah.
You should never take the field sobriety.
He was praying.
But it's like how.
But then they suspend your license and you have to fight
yeah.
it. That's the alternative. So
But
if you refuse it, then you have to
They got
fight.
multiple men to hold.
But the
They
thing.
can suspend your license, but they can't convict you on the DUI
Yeah.
if you never tested you.
Right.
All right. Now, if you visibly drunk and they record you visibly drunk and breast my alcohol, they might have something on that. But if they just say you refuse to take a test, they can't give you a DUI because you refuse to take a test. But they can suspend your license and detain you if they find out otherwise. They can do that. And then if you got a CDL, you sound basically more. The more you sign your rights away.
Yep.
The license is they have the authority to regulate your behavior on the road. So,
Yeah.
I can't find it.
That is one of the
Shit,
videos
shit.
though, where they held that dude
Should've-
down.
should've-
the show.
They hold
It's
the
not really
dude,
showing anything. It's just
big guy.
you can just hear the audio.
Guys, just search for it on Google. Then go to Google and search for forced blood withdrawals, DUIs. Search on Google and then see what you come up with. You got more on that?
That was it on
That
that.
was it. All right. Any other brother got anything else?
Yeah. This is back
Yeah.
to-
So, but the brother spirit that he was saying, yeah, Esau can break any law that he put in place. So don't think that just because Esau puts it as a law, like the Constitution,
Yeah.
it don't mean that he can't just alter it. Remember the National Defense Authorization Act?
Yep.
The Patriot Act 1 and 2, National Defense Authorization Act 1 and 2. Right? He can amend laws and add clauses in to detain you indefinitely, indefinite detention. The Expatriation Act, I don't think it went through though. That if you break a certain amount of laws, roughly paraphrasing, that they can expatriate you, you can lose your citizenship.
Damn.
Right? Then if they deem you a terrorist, then they can send you out to Guantanamo Bay. Right? So, Chris, what we got?
This one.
You hold the boat down and shit. They holding him, man. They got
That's
multiple
one
dudes
we
just
can
holding
use
him.
that one. I think that's the same one you brought up, right?
This is going back, just about the things that, the secrets and stuff, and just enough
Get the
knowledge
when you search for it, get the context.
that we have.
Well, read it.
It's Sirach chapter 3 and 22. But what is commanded of thee, or ordered of thee, think upon with reverence. You have to respect and worship that, right? For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. And there's things that are in a secret with the Lord in his mind, in his thoughts, that we're not to know at a particular season, So what do we do? And it could bug you the fuck out. Like, you look at some of these Jakes, young Pharaoh and shit. That motherfucker bugged out and shit, just trying to seek out all this knowledge, and he, it just got him all these spirits.
Got no filter. Like Kanye West, same thing. He get knowledge, but he ain't got no filter.
He need a cap on him. We in the flesh, we need a cap on certain things. This flesh is weak, man.
Not Kanye. He don't like Zion. He don't like Amalek. That's evident. And now I'm hearing he posted us.
Swastika, yeah.
He really don't
He
like.
really trying to get
He's
fucked
not
up.
saying. He's not saying
They
it.
gonna
Though.
fuck him up.
He's not saying it, but he said he love everybody, love everybody. But you can see he really don't like Amalek. He must.
He's a
They
Hitler.
must have fucked him in the ass.
He said Hitler's a great man.
They gonna fuck him up, man.
He really don't like Amalek.
He
man.
one
Because
of
he
them
know they're the ones
assholes.
responsible for taking all this money.
Yep.
But what he don't know is the Lord's gonna have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Right.
So that's where that friction is coming in at. He don't
He's
expect it.
Judah,
but he-
Judah, he the most hated tribe of Amalek is Judah.
See, but he don't
He
know.
from Judah.
Yeah, he don't know Amalek hate him, but he keep trying to cut deals with him, and Amalek keep raping him. Because Amalek know we Jacob, and he got a perpetual hatred for you. And every time you get a chance, he gonna fuck you.
Let's finish it
Real-
off first.
Yep.
No,
That's
they
it.
got
That's
banned
it.
on
That
Twitter.
was it. Hold that down. So read it about
Just
the
to
DUIs.
Google a quick Google search on breathalyzer. When someone has refused to have a breathalyzer test done,
Now I'm sure it's by state too. I'm not. It may not be universal. But,
This
but
don't
still,
know
it's in the law. It's in the law. This is the law. Right?
yeah, when someone has refused to have a breathalyzer test done, a police officer can apply for a warrant to have blood drawn by force. This warrant is awarded based on circumstantial evidence, such as the odor of alcohol.
Like I mentioned that before. If you visibly look drunk or whatever, they can like, oh, I think the guy might be drunk. Right?
Such as the odor of alcohol on the breath or slurred speech.
Right.
That's it.
They can take, oh, you know what? It's my duty to keep the road safe because you might kill somebody.
Yeah.
They serious
Which,
about it.
which is why when they pull you over, they expect you to roll the whole window down, and if they don't,
But you don't have to do that.
you don't have to. It's not against the law to keep your window up, but they'll make it seem
But
like
they
you
can-
had to roll that window down.
They can order you out of the car.
Yeah.
They can order. They can legal. They can order you out of the car for their own safety.
Yep.
All right. If you don't roll your window down, roll both windows down because they want to get the airflow
Yep,
of the marijuana
yep,
going through.
Yep.
They can tell you to step out the car.
Yep. Plus, it makes it
Close
easier. It makes
lock
it easier for them
like-
to look inside.
Again, remember Esau. He's very. He creates laws, but he has nuances where he can break those laws.
Yep.
Like he can say, he can pull you out the car. Oh, you gonna get out the car, roll your windows up, lock your doors, right? Nope. Whoa.
Yeah.
Reach for a weapon?
Yeah.
I gotta hold you. Then they
Yeah.
can bring the canine, search the car. Oh.
Slick.
But then, because remember, they can do that and then say, and not be punished for it. It's totally legal.
Yep.
They can say, well, I felt threatened at the time,
Yep.
and
I seen this.
I had to do that. And then we found a gun in a large amount of marijuana and crack cocaine at the same time. Esau can do that. He can create probable cause.
Yep.
Okay, and then the law is probable cause.
Yep,
He can
yep.
create it.
I have an example.
Or
I have an example. Yep.
they harass truck drivers too.
Yep.
They can randomly pull any truck driver over at any time to do an inspection.
Yep.
That's right, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
It
that's
don't
right.
matter if they see anything,
Yeah,
they can
right.
just pull you over, right? Yeah, so the truck enforcement can come. Yeah, they can just pull. You know, you can be the safest driver, never had any
law-abiding, follow the laws.
doing
Yeah.
speed limit.
Yep.
You know,
Right there.
making way for the smaller vehicles and all that. They can pull your ass over and then hold you the fuck up. For how long can they hold you for?
They can set your truck down if they find any significant violations, such as your air brakes not working properly, anything that can affect the safety of other drivers. You know, they'll shut your truck down. Your air brakes not working properly, and they're gonna shut your truck down.
That's a CDL,
Yeah,
right?
yup.
So it don't matter if you did anything.
Yup.
You be doing perfectly lawful,
Yup.
abiding
Yup.
driver, and they can just truck enforcement can just pull you over and do an inspection.
And they're looking for
That's
anything.
demonic as fucking hell.
Yeah, they're looking for anything to punish the driver.
I can
that's
see
why-
if you see something visibly on the truck, I can understand that. The truck enforcement, they'll get over and then you gotta correct this and all that, and then it might be they tell you the proper way to do it and all that, if they know. I think a lot of them are fucking stupid too.
Yeah,
They don't know about
Like,
trucks. They don't
Yeah,
know. Ain't they supposed to take a
they'll-
class or something?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
regular cops don't know anything about trucks. That's why I don't mess with them. It just be the state troopers.
They know
Yeah,
more.
because they
about-
certified in.
They got training.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah,
troopers are.
like sometimes, like if you have like a way station, like cause sometimes they be open, like
Yeah,
you know,
they'll
when
actually.
they close.
I see the state troopers around and where the trucks be parking
Yeah,
at.
like
when
if
I'm-
you just stand there,
95.
they'll probably like knock on there, like
Yeah, I
wake
see
up,
the. Yeah, I
like
see.
yeah, like
they
you
do an
know,
inspection and shit. You see your
Yeah.
paper and all that. They got electronic logs now. And,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I be saying they be hanging around truck stop. The Esau's fucking wicked, man.
I
Fucking wicked.
I have an example of a probable cause, right? So I seen this video. This guy got pulled over. I think they were doing. It was like maybe one of those checkpoints or something like that. And the canine unit, the guy that had the canine unit.
See how
and they-
much wrong when it came down.
was it? Yeah,
That's
sorry.
right.
So you know he was being a little resistant. He was an Edomite dude. He was being a little resistant to the cops. And then I guess they had him step out, and they had he's like basically can't search the vehicle.
Right.
So he had the canine unit go out, and he was recording all this. The canine unit comes around the car I think 2 times, and the dog doesn't do nothing. And then at one point in the video, you can see the guy say, "Well, check right here," and he fucking points, and the fucking dog starts. And then,
Because he wouldn't please
Yep.
he wouldn't please his master.
Yep. So he basically signaled the dog to alert, and then he's oh problem cause, we gotta go in there. Dog say something.
Like, it's not the dog's fault.
Yeah.
It's the Edomite fault.
But as I'm saying, like he gave a reason to say probable
Yeah,
cause.
he created probable
He
cause.
created a probable cause
This
because
is how-
the dog naturally didn't smell nothing
Right.
until the damn devil said, you know, hey, listen,
Yeah, you had
create
your
a probable
drugs-
cause for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you had your drugs wrapped all the way up.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
and neat. You
Yeah.
can't smell nothing, can't see nothing. But then Esau, he'll create probable cause. Esau's the devil. And then the thing is, you people think that Esau's not going to go back to his original ways.
Yep.
He's just a little suppressed right now.
Yep.
But when it's going to come a time period where he's going to turn his fire back
Yep.
up and go back to the way he was.
Yep.
He's still like that. He's just laying dormant. He just do a few things here and there. Kill 10,000 people here. Infect diseases over there. They got Bill Gates in Africa trying to fuck them people up. You know, he's still doing that stuff. You know, that's a small scale. He got these diseases he releasing and all that. You know, these are small, low-level stuff. He's gonna turn that shit up pretty soon.
Yeah, which we don't. A lot of these fucking guys are funneling drugs and all that. Good. We're glad you're getting pulled over. Glad you're getting hell caught too. But it's like the point is like Esau makes these laws up and then like just
Well, most people aren't transporting drugs.
Yeah. Because we're supposed to have laws. We're supposed to have laws that protect our so-called freedom. But then Esau has all these other new nuances that allows him to basically circumvent all those so-called laws that's supposed to protect us. And that's supposed to be for our benefit. Like we have no real benefit here in America. All right, being under the damn devil. And this damn devil's wine has spread throughout all the nations, man. All the nations that have gotten drunk of Babylon's juice, man. So no matter where you go in any part of the country, man, you're gonna feel the wrath of Babylon's juice, and you're gonna feel, and then you're also gonna feel the wrath of the Most High.
By peace, Esau destroyed many.
Yep.
We gotta talk about Antiochus Epiphanes, but using that today, he's trying to say, well, we keep everybody safe by knowing what's in everybody's bank account.
Yep.
Okay, we make everything electronic, so everybody's safe now. No fraud, no money laundering. You know, because now we know what's in everybody's bank account.
Yep.
We know what goes in and goes out.
Did
So by keeping under the guise of keeping everybody safe, we're going to
Yep.
make sure nobody has any
Yep.
privacy.
Did you recently see the guy who got the cops came into the fucking wrong door? Talk about that. Talk about they have a warrant. He's like, let me see the warrant.
That happens a lot.
It happens a lot. It happens a lot. It
I don't
happens
know
a
what video
whole
you're
lot.
talking
It just recently happened again. And the girl was talking about, and then he had a baby in the hand. He's like, put down the baby. And it's like, so basically, they finally get out to the guy gets outside, and you can hear him say, the one cop is like, oh, we fucked up.
I think I saw that.
He said, oh, we fucked up.
Yeah. That happens.
It happens a lot, yeah. It happens a lot. And like I said, that's why you should be able to question the police force and tell them, hey, listen, I want to see the warrant before I consent to any of this.
Like, this is the wrong address, dude.
Yeah, yep,
That's 2 houses down.
yep. And then it's still trying to act like, oh, you know this guy, don't you?
Trying to get away?
Yeah,
Because each always presumes you're guilty.
Yeah, yep.
That's the spirit you're working with. So so the whole point of us talking about this is don't believe Esau when he says, oh, it's against the law for us to invade your privacy in this way. No, Esau can going to have you in them damn concentration camp rooms. They're going to be doing experiments on you. Look like 1984. He had the bull on the damn stretch table. He basically broke his spirit on 1984, the movie. He broke his spirit, so he started to love him. At that point, he didn't like him. He hated him, but then he started to love him. You know, he was there for him. Like, he was torturing him and shit. He was trying to give him information to help make the pain stop. He ended up falling in love with him. Ended up falling in love with him. He kept flashing back to wide open fields and beautiful lands and all that. That's the John Hurt dude. He played the villain on the guy that was the main character in 1984. He actually played the villain on the parallel remake of 1984 was with V for Vendetta. He played the actual state power, the Hitler type guy. The same guy that was getting tortured in 1984. The original, he actually played the antagonist, the bad guy. Antagonist on the V for Vendetta.
I gotta watch those two.
Well, 1984 is kind of long. Well, they both kind of long, but it's kind of, you know, Esau does that because Esau controls every damn thing. So that spirit, he made it like that. So the guy from the main character from 1984, now he plays the antagonist in the V for Vendetta. Bring precepts out. Then we go back to some more accounts. You got precept?
Yeah, I got tons of precepts. All right, I'm gonna bring this one out. This is the prayer of Rosaria. No, I'm gonna bring this one out first. This is Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 24. It says, "And there shall be no more a prickling briar unto the house of Israel." That's referring to Esau primarily, because he has hegemony over the whole planet Earth. And the word prickling or pricking means to irritate or to oppress.
Right. Well, again, when you get pulled over by the cops and they say you got fake stickers or they don't want you in the car, they can lawfully order you out of the car. And if you stay in the car, they'll end up calling for backup, breaking your fucking windows, and drag you the fuck out that damn car. All right. Esau's a fucking prick.
Yep.
Right? And he's doing that not necessarily because of his safety, because if it was because of his fucking safety, he wouldn't be next to the window beating the fucking window with it. If it was for his fucking safety. If you had a gun,
everybody else in danger by speeding to catch you, supposedly.
Right.
You know,
If you were scared, you wouldn't be beating the window, cracking the window, because he got a gun, right?
Yeah.
Apparently he has a gun. So Esau, he's a piece of shit. So he does that because of his ego, and he's a damn devil. He got to control everything. He got to be in charge, taking over the goddamn thing. All right, and you are a nigga in the coop, like Kanye used to say, the old Kanye. Still a nigga in the coop.
Yeah, Esau rules in fear, you know, in terror. That's why
he took it down. That's why his military is so powerful.
That's why it says he's going to meet the king of terrorists. That's the only one that's going to bring him down is Yahushua. You know, and it says, "And there shall be no more a pricking briar." Or it also can mean embitter. It's like America means Amerigo means bitter or to make bitter. You know, those are like different, indications that this is Babylon the Great. You know, great land of confusion. This is Egypt. Egypt's bondage. You know, it says, "Nor any grieving thorn of all that are round about them." That's Esau and the other nations that oppress us, that despise them. And they shall know that I am Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua.
When Esau is taken down, the Caucasian Edomites are taken down, who he's going to do it. Yahweh going to send his son, Yahweh and the angels to totally take Esau out of power. That's what. That's what
Okay. This is the prayer of Azariah, chapter 1, verse 7. It says, "Wherefore all that thou hast brought upon us, which are afflictions, the curses, everything else that the Most High is just with because of the transgressions of the law, the laws that we broke the covenant." And it says, "And everything that thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and to an unjust king and the most wicked in all the world."
Yeah, lawless. That's Esau, lawless. To go about, the dietary law of the heathen, because he is a heathen. He can eat pork. I wonder how long it took for Esau not to eat pork. But I'm sure Esau did not eat pork. Well, how many generations did it take for Esau to be probably 3, probably. Well, first he started going off marrying Canaanite women, so he started right there. But then I'm sure after he died, they probably started eating pork in the second, third generation. They started eating pork and scavengers. Esau's spirit is not with the Most High, not with Yahweh Shai. So I'm sure they went off dietarily very quickly. Right? Well, because when you get to the Petra and I know in the Caucasus, they definitely were eating pork and scavengers when they were in the Caucasus. In Petra, I don't know how long it took for them when they were in Petra. That's south of Judah, Edom area, like Arabia. Arabia. Yeah. So if they mix with the Arab, they didn't mix with the Arab. That's how a lot of people think the Arabs are Edomites. They're not Edomites. They just had intermarriages with them.
Yep. But Esau was never given no law to what to do and what not to do. He was never given any type of law. So he had to create something.
Right.
Esau had to create something like some sort of god, like all the other nations did, right?
Yeah, they have a god, Kaz, I think it's called.
Oh, is that
God of Edomite.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a Arabian Edomite god because they married with. Yeah, it's a demonic ass alien looking
It looked like Esau.
Yeah.
huge
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure even on the own god that they worship, they're probably breaking all the damn laws, by their own damn false idol.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
The prayer. Was there more on the prayer, right?
That was it.
That was it. Okay. You got something? We're gonna pull Quaz up.
I'm trying to look now.
Quaz. That's the god of the Edomites.
Yeah, here we go.
It should be a picture. You put it on camera. You put it on camera.
Damn, yo.
Both cameras. Quaz. That's the god of the Edomites. Right, so he made his own god up. All right. So Esau, after he left under the tutelage of Isaac, he pretty much started doing whatever the hell he wanted to do.
That's a damn cause all right there.
He probably started eating pork like second generation.
Look like a goat.
Let me see again.
He like them horns.
Jeez, man, that's
Yeah, one on the left, yeah.
that's one of those little hats, bro.
It's probably Netanyahu.
Yeah.
Netanyahu.
Not a Jew.
Reincarnation.
Netanyahu or something supposed to be. Like, well, what the fuck? I thought you couldn't pronounce the Lord's name. Yahweh it's supposed to say? Yahweh. Yeah, Esau said you can't pronounce the Lord's name, but he's saying Judah or Yahweh. Or Yahweh, whatever you're trying to say about Yahoo. And he, by the way, Benjamin Netanyahu, I believe he went to Cheltenham High School. Yeah. When you look Netanyahu up, I believe he was in college with Obama, I think. I'm not mistaken. I believe he knew Obama. I believe he was in college and he was very closely associated with him. You can look that up.
Yep.
I'm right? Yeah, he went to high school. He was living in Cheltenham Township, which is just outside of Philly. Literally, it's practically Philly. It's practically Philly. It's not even. Most people they go there, don't even consider it Montgomery County. They consider it part of Philly, but it is technically Montgomery County. Right? So the point is, all these people know each other. Obama, the Clintons, they know each other. The Bushes, Netanyahu. Even the Arabs that's in finance now, in Qatar, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia, they were educated in America or Britain. There's one that's in Qatar or Bahrain. He went to Penn State University. I believe in Qatar. He's a finance minister or something like that now. I forget his name. One of them Arab, smaller Arab nations. He was educated in Penn State. All right. So they all work together behind the scenes is what I'm trying to say. All right, whether Arabs or Edomites, they work together on a certain level behind the scenes. All right, it's all a big club that we're not involved in this damn club. Now, they got different factions amongst this club band. All right. Let me Revelation 12 and 12.
He's born in Tel Aviv.
Born in
To
Tel Aviv.
secular Jewish Jewish parents. Netanyahu was raised both in Jerusalem and for a time in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the United States.
Yeah, because they got dual citizenship.
Yeah, most Israelis, they have dual citizenship.
Yeah.
Because they're scared they're going to get like murdered, I guess.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
eventually the Russians is going to come in and burn that whole land up too. The
And-
Russians are going to, Gog and Magog going to burn the land of Israel up with their nuclear fire.
and going back on those guys that they were worshiping, I mean, if you look at the guys they worship now, like Baphomet and Molech, them ancient guys, Esau heavy in that Baphomet worship, that's wickedness all in its own there too. Like basically the guys that he worshiped basically have no right or wrong. You basically the more wrong you are, the righter you are. Is how his thing is. Like the most wickedness that you could pile up.
All right, well, another thing I learned from, I didn't learn this, but watching the Alex Jones interview, the dude, that Edomite dude name, called racist.
Nick Fuentes.
Fuentes, he was telling you, but we already knew this, that in the Talmud, it tells you that, take Jesus as him burning in hell, that you can sell a Gentile a bad meat, or if you accidentally murder a Gentile, it's not really a big deal. That's all true. We're not with the Fuentes guy, but what you were saying about the Talmud is actually true. They look at us as less than human.
Next time you have sex with a Gentile female, it's like you're having sex with a beast.
Yeah, well, yeah. So they can do anything to another nation's woman, and it's lawful to them. But they worship the Talmud. They don't really keep the commandments of the Bible. They're more so. The Talmud is like the interpretation. I'm hearing something like that. Talmud is like the interpretation of the scriptures, right? Which is totally confusion.
Yep.
12 and 12.
Yep, this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, so Esau gonna turn his energy back up. He's gonna go back to the old way he was.
Yep.
All right, 'cause right now, he think he's civilized, he cleaned up, he can shave and all that, shave all the hair off, but he's still a wild beast. All right? He's still a wild beast. Eventually, Esau is going to turn his draconian nature back up. All right? Give me Job, where it says, I was put away far from my brothers, far from my family. Esau, he's going to have you in them rooms. I pull up the FEMA coffin, pull up that video. Right. So Esau can force blood out of you. Now, if you think you're in danger, which is fucking stupid, but that's just them trying to get evidence on you so they can convict you on a crime to get money out of you. Because if you were drunk, wouldn't it make more sense to take you off the road and get you sober? So it's not about you just being drunk. It's about them getting putting a case on you. Because you didn't hurt anybody or kill anybody, right? They pulled you over. So once they pull you over, you are no longer a danger, correct? Correct. So why would they be trying to make you take tests to throw you in jail? Because it's about getting money out of you. It's about money.
Yep.
So
Right.
they're saying if you drive intoxicated, they want to extort you for money. Because if it's not about your well-being or the people in this road's well-being, because if it was about that, they would pull you over and they would get you sober and park your car in a legal parking spot or impound it, all right? And you just pay for fees for impounding, and then you get out of a lounge or something, pay a fee for having to do that. But no, they want to actually put you in jail, take away your freedom, and then send you in court. And you haven't done anything. You haven't broken any. You broke laws, but you didn't kill anybody. Because Esau is not about safety and security. He's about getting money out of you in oppression under the guise of safety and security. All right?
The prevention of.
So we're not stupid. We understand what Esau is actually doing.
Yep.
we understand the difference between right and wrong, you know, and difference between extortion and being a brother. It's a difference. What they're doing is extortion. All right. Esau is the dragon, draconian.
Got it.
Somebody look at the word draconian also. You got precept?
Yeah, you got to bring up Job.
Job, got Job. Let me
Yeah.
read Job first.
Yeah, this is Job chapter 19, verse 13. It says, He hath put my brethren far from me, and my acquaintance are verily estranged from me. My kinsfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me.
Yeah, and that's Job is prophesying. Yes, those things are actually happening to him, but he's prophesying for what's going to happen in the future also. All right, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be in them camps, they're going to separate you from your family, and some of you are going to be getting tortured in an experiment. They're going to be taking blood from you. All right, and they might be injecting you with fucking drugs too. All right, because remember, when you get 302, what happens when you get 302? They give you medication.
Goes in.
They give you, you don't have any rights over your body anymore. All right. So they can do all sorts of nasty shit to you. So now, if you're of the elect, it's not gonna happen to you. The most that happen to you is you'll get captured, and the Lord will deliver you if you're of the elect. You can't. So prison break. All right. It tells you what in Psalm 91 that you dwell in the secret place of the Most High. You're gonna be defended. The Lord's gonna defend you.
What, the Draconian Adam online?
Yeah, draconian.
Yeah, Draconian Adam online, 1759, of or pertaining to Draco, an ancient Greek statesman, 1777, in reference to laws rigorous, extremely severe, or harsh.
Severe or harsh. That's what Esau. Instead of pulling you over, getting you sober, well, he'll allow a cop to drive home drunk. He 2 blocks from the house, but you gotta go to jail. Right?
I remember
You gotta get roughed up. You gotta get mugshots taken, embarrassed, do DOI checks in the pouring rain. Like, I can't even physically do this. That's why if you're gonna do it, you gotta refuse it and say, look, to take me to jail, suspend my license. Right? If you think you're gonna fail, if you really think you're gonna fail, definitely don't take it. All right? That's stupid. Then you have to fucking sue them. Right? They gotta do what they're gonna have to do. These are things you got to come to terms with. All right? When it comes down to the wire, you have to refuse to comply with the devil. You can't just let him do things to you because they say you're gonna go home. You read it again?
Here, 1759, Draconian, of or pertaining to Draco, the ancient Greek statement in reference to laws rigorous, extremely severe, or harsh. Then you go over a little further. Draco is the Latinized form of Greek Dracon, name of the Archon of Athens, who laid down a code of laws for Athens in 621 BC that mandated death as a punishment for minor crimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you get a traffic stop, you can execute you.
Yeah, that can even execute. Like, you don't want to roll the window down. They still so afraid they're gonna stand 2 feet, a foot from you, breaking your damn window, and pulling you out with your seatbelt on. Get like my fucking seatbelt's on. You can pull out the fucking car.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! We get fucking literally getting strangled by that seatbelt.
Didn't y'all show that video?
Yeah.
Didn't y'all show that video?
Put your hand.
Stop resisting. Smack me.
Put your hand behind your back. Meanwhile, your fucking arm don't bend this way. Like.
Interlace your finger. I told you to interlace your fingers.
Your arm don't bend that way. He bend it the way it don't fucking bend. Stop resisting.
The more. Stop resisting.
Yeah. Yo, it's like did you ever see the video? I don't know if this guy was trolling him, but the guy was like basically he was telling the guy to put his hands behind his head and walk backwards. So he said, turn around, put your hands behind your head and walk backwards or walk towards me. So then he went like this and started walking towards the guy. He's like, no, turn around. So he turned. This dude was literally just. At one point, he just like confused. So the guy's like pointing at him, telling him to go like this, and as he's looking back, he then turns around. Oh my god.
He don't know which fucking way he's walking like shit. He can't fucking see.
Yo, it's
Unless there's a line in the ground.
yeah, yeah.
Like you don't know which way you're walking backwards. Like we don't walk backwards normally. The people, especially people with guns
Yep.
pointing at your damn
Yeah,
back.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You don't,
yeah.
it's kind of odd,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like you
Yeah.
don't know which way to fucking go. Like the Edomite they killed in a hotel. He was crawling on the ground, and that squatting there. Said keep your hands above your head or something like that, or crawl. And he wanted to pull down and pull his pants up, and he fucking killed him.
Damn.
That's his form
He
of
saw the devil.
ruling with a rod of iron.
Yeah. Yeah, Esau, yeah, right now he ruling with it. Well, the scripture says, let the heaven be brass.
Yep.
Can you get that in the law, please?
Yeah, and it's like in a lot of these fucking blue collar Edomites and these damn devils, and even simple Jake talk about, oh, if you're just nice to them and blah blah blah, they'll leave you
Not all
alone.
the time.
And if you're a
Not all the
law-abiding citizen, no, not all the
Yeah,
time.
you do your best to get
Yeah,
along, but
yeah.
it's not
Obviously,
it's not an end all be all.
Obviously, smooth answer turns away wrath, right?
Right,
But sometimes like Esau don't give a fuck, all right?
Right.
Esau do not give a fuck.
Yeah, like the bull, like Jesus said, see how smart you are when the canine come.
Yep.
Yeah, so
And
when the
like I
canine
said,
get there,
like I said,
if
and,
you got
and,
drugs in there, you going to get them.
and the thing is, there's nothing wrong with being. There ain't no law against being rude to the cop, all right? There ain't a law against being rude or exercising your rights, man. There's no law about exercising your rights. If I request something from the cop, there's to be nothing, no fault of mine, right? But the cops make it seem like you can't do that, man. That you can't question their authority.
Yeah, I mean, you resist to a point where it's reasonable.
Right.
You know, right now. No, during the time of Jacob's trouble, you was just 100%.
Yeah.
They on some they on
Yep,
the shit. They
yep.
want to start injecting you with
Yep,
shit and all
yep.
that. So, all right, so 302. Can we look up the definition of 302 too?
Yep.
Just say thank you. You think you got rights, you really don't.
Oh,
So
yep,
what we going
yep.
with first? What scripture you had?
I got the Deuteronomy 28.
Hold up. What scripture do you have?
Isaiah 10:1.
Read that.
God is Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees,
Damn, there it is.
and that right grievousness which they have prescribed."
They have prescribing. Esau is prescribing laws that are going to be used to throw you in jail, to put you as a prisoner and make you a compliant citizen. That's what the mark is about. To make you a compliant citizen. That's the sum, and the other is to actually put you to death. Remember, Esau is not a good person. He's an evil motherfucker. He's an evil person.
Yep.
He's gonna go back to.
Can you look up?
He hung himself or some shit.
Can you look up?
Or he was
Psalm
resisting. He tried to reach for my gun.
There's
gonna be a lot of that going on.
Yeah, look up Psalm.
Remember, Esau's not a
Psalm
righteous
72,
man. He's not a sane person. All right. Then they're gonna be doing experiments on people in them damn rooms. When you in them camps. Right? Remember, Esau's all about that. When look at what happened in Germany. You had that's one theory. He had a certain group of people that was put out. All right, even though you had doors and window ceilings in the gas chambers, and some of the gas chambers. So you got to kind of think about that too. But Esau is about extermination. All right, he's about getting rid of a large group of people. All right. And either way, even if that really did happen, that's Edomite crime anyway. Right? I don't believe it happened to the extent they're saying it happened. Right?
You should be able to copy and paste it.
And he was a little hat himself. I believe his parents were of that tribe of the Edomites, Amalek. Right? So if he was doing anything against his own, he was doing something against his own people. Right? That's Caucasian on Caucasian crime. Were you finished?
Okay.
Yeah, one more.
Finish it off.
It says, verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor.
Yeah, to turn the needy from judgment, meaning to do the right thing, to know the right laws to follow.
And to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Yeah, widows may be their prey. Like if the father's dead, and you got the wife and children, mother and children, they're easy to destroy. They either a woman will just agree to anything. Acquiesce in the threat. Right? And they really don't have any set morals, biblical morals anyway. They're pretty much running with the world. That's it.
Yeah, those
This is a perfect link up scripture to this. This is Psalms 10:2. It says, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in devices that they have imagined.
and taken in those devices.
Yep.
Right?
And now I have a word that I want him to look up, right? Where when you look up obviously the word devices, it goes into the word schemes, plots, all that, but it also goes into the word machination or evil machination. But the word scheme, the brother has the word scheme up. So you go read the definition for that.
Yeah, the Google definition of the word scheme, it says a large-scale systematic plan or arrangement for attaining a particular object or putting a particular idea into effect.
Yep.
Yep. And another word for it is the verb. It says make plans, especially in a devious way or with intent to do something illegal or wrong.
See that? Intent to do something illegal or wrong. But in Esau's world, there ain't nothing he can do that's illegal to him, right? In his own law, he like I said, in his own law, there's no law that he can't break, that he's not guilty of.
And also, he's an expert, premeditated killer.
Yep.
He lay on his bed at night, sleeping and thinking about what he's going to do.
Cunning hunter.
I
Yep.
got this preset real quick.
The horror movies they made.
Yeah.
It's a quick preset. It's Psalms 37:32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him.
Damn, read that again.
Yeah, that's Psalms 37 and verse 37 and verse 32. The wicked, which are the Edomites, watches the righteous and seeketh to slay him.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yep. Well, wasn't that Esau's first thought? When the shit happens, I gotta seek to slay my brother.
He got
12 and
Abel.
12, brother, 12 and 12.
Well, he had the same spirit as Canaan. Canaan had that.
Yeah, he got Abel. Above.
Read 12, brother, 12 and 12.
It's Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
All right, read 302.
Google definition for 302 is an involuntary commitment is an application for emergency evaluation and treatment for persons who are a danger to themselves or others due to a mental illness.
Yeah, you can 302 yourself. You can go down to a friend's hospital and then sign in and say, I need help. And they pretty much take you in. And you sign over your rights, I guess your power of attorney, I guess, or maybe a term you can use, to the hospital. And they give you drugs. They give you drugs and they food and a warm bed. And population, you'll be in general population.
And once those drugs get in your system, you'll never be the same.
Portals of demons.
Got precept?
What you want the Deuteronomy?
Oh, yeah, doing
Deuteronomy 28, verse 22. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. That's the point right here. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thy feet shall be iron.
Yeah, I mean, oppression, depression, difficult times, hard. All right, that's what it means. So when Esau turned his demonic nature back up, he going to do some really nasty things to Israel and to everybody who he has power over. All right, but our protection is in Yahweh Shai, the Spirit, Holy Spirit.
It's 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
You know, he said he's a master plotter, a schemer. Yeah, so he waiting for the right time, the right proper time. All right? Remember, Esau's a liar. Well, it tells you that John, I believe, the liar and the father of it. That's a paraphrasing.
Yeah. Esau, he trained dogs to be master hunters and killers. I was watching an episode on TV last night where fucking trapper had trained these Kennewood dogs to chase mountain lions away from the public, and they'll chase them for miles just to get them away. So Esau transported his mind into the creature's mind and polluted them.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, he just train those animals to do his bidding. You know, so Esau power. He says he right 12 and 12 that he has a short time. So he has to get his New World Order off the ground All right? And he has some weird belief that he's going to be successful, but he's not. Because he can't repent. So it's like, what do you do once you can't repent? You got to go forward with your plans and just hope that they'll be sustained. You know, that's what Esau working on. And so he knows both sides. He knows about the prophecy about Esau himself being taken out of power, but he still has to go through with his plan. Yeah, appreciate it.
I got another one.
Actually, I actually have one more verse. No, just
What you got?
yeah.
Then read what you got, and then read what you got.
I just want to read this next verse because, like, you know, what you said about, you know, when Esau comes and, you know, he's trying to put you up in the concentration camps, right? So we know he's going to you know, he's coming down as a roaring lion, verse 9, whom resist steadfast in the face. So we got to resist them, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So those afflictions are being accomplished. Afflictions that his brother read earlier. But yeah, that's why I read that real quick.
All right, what you got?
Yeah, this is going back into Esau, you know, being a murderer and stuff like that. So
Still
this,
on
1 John 3:11, it says, "For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore he slew him? Because his own works were evil and his brother's righteous."
Right, so Esau is a murderer. It's Cain. That same spirit, the wicked. All right? That's the spirit that these Caucasian Edomites have. They have that murderous spirit. You just have to wait for that right time. All right? And Islam is not the way. Okay? Don't think because you're saying Esau is the devil that you run to Islam. Islam is one of the stupidest religions you can ever get into. Man. All right?
Yeah, Esau didn't come over here with the Quran. He came over here because of the Bible.
Yeah.
You know, the Quran is a comic book.
Yeah. Pegasus. Yeah, Pegasus, Jesus, and Muhammad. They come, they all, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's like a comic book character.
Yeah, just really get into it. Got comic book.
Yeah, Pegasus, yeah, Muhammad came on the Pegasus, flew on Baruch or whatever. Or Baruch. Yeah, it's a fucking comic book.
I got quick.
First edition. All right, hold on, let me bring those up.
I'll read it. I'll go quick. It says, Proverbs 4:14, it says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men." This is all talking about Esau, you know. It says, "Avoid it, pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away. For they sleep not except they have done mischief. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall."
It's a full-time job. Pretty much. So if they're not doing their job right, they got to get the job done. Like, oh shit, I got to go for a couple extra hours and get restock the shelves because the store about to open up. So all got to do it. He got to get on. That's what he does. You don't have to get up early to work out and train, you know, or go grocery shopping. That's automatically done for him. Yeah. Don't no damn Rothschild go to the gym and work out. they just probably eat healthy. And they drink blood too, so I guess how healthy is that? So they do a combination of both of those things. So, they have fun, enjoy themselves, go to meetings, you know, do weird shit with children.
Yeah, and then if their organs fail, they just get new ones.
Yeah.
Get them from Jake.
From the black market.
But the Balenciaga thing going on with the they've been doing that. They've been doing that with the fashion and all that.
Yep.
They're linked, those fashion designers.
Yep.
They're linked to child abuse, but kidnapping, trafficking, and all that.
I seen a video on that, man. That so-called, you know, rabbit hole, that conspiracy kind of goes pretty deep, man. It's kind of hard to ignore it. Like, as one dude said about how there's a book in one of the pictures, and the book that it was written by basically a dude that was you know, basically like an avid believer of child pornography and all that, something like that. But it's a book. And the book that the author of that book, it's like really in the cut somewhere. But it's like, why would you?
Court case
why would you have?
too.
Yep. Yes, it's like come on, and then the guy explained about how how much approval you got to get for that type of advertising and that, like, you can't.
No, the Balenciaga they released that. They purposely released that.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no way that a company has power to release something without their executives reviewing it
Yep.
and saying, I like your design, then release it.
Yeah,
They just don't release shit on their own behalf.
Yep. And it's like Walt Disney. Like they try to say that about Walt Disney, right? Walt Disney is known for all that shit. But there was one scene, one thing in particular where I think there was like literally a literal, erect.
Unless he was
penis.
already dead or something.
What's that?
But when he was alive.
Oh yeah. A lot of that. There was a lot of sexual things put in Disney cartoons and stuff like that. But one thing in particular was you can look it up. There was basically a penis put in the Walt Disney castle or whatnot. And when you go into it, the guy basically said that he was fired. So right before he fired, he fucking drew that in there. So I forget what movie it's in. Y'all can look it up.
He was fired.
Yeah. So but they try to act like, oh, we didn't know about it, and then they whatnot. But it literally got publicized all over the place. Like it's publicly known. Like you can see it for yourself. But like they try to say like, oh, Walt Disney didn't know about it, or Disney didn't know about it. It was a guy got fired, and he just added in.
Wait, which one is this?
All right, I'll look it up.
Yeah, what's your animation? Is it Pinocchio or Cinderella?
And the crazy thing is when you look into it, and that's why the thing with Balenciaga, even if they didn't know about this one thing,
they have other stuff.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch of other stuff. So like,
the bloody babies. I've been seeing a
Yep.
picture with bloody babies. So they link to their occult. Those fashion designers, Louis Vuitton. We have a company literally called True Religion. So I don't know how big they are, but there you go.
Oh wow! So here's something new now. I didn't know this. So it was actually in the Disney's Little Mermaid. This is in 2022. It says Disney claims that the penis was not the result of an angry former employee, and simply states that the image was just a coincidence. Now trust me, this ain't no. Oh, this is wait till you see this. This is not. They were better off saying it was an angry customer. Because I'm telling you, this is not no damn. Tell me that's a coincidence. Now, mind you, that's not in any other.
See, Rick and Morty just do it now, plainly.
Come on,
they had to hide it back then.
I'll put it on the screen, right? So you know that's not a normal artwork. That was specifically on Little Mermaid. So why would they do that?
There's a video that shows most cartoons start out with the base of.
The Dabaq posted this. Well, this is what I will.
Oh yeah.
Disney is known for that type of symbolism, like that type of symbolism.
That's a damn penis, man. That's a phallic symbol, man. I don't care what anybody said. All other artwork normal in that is that.
Do it thou wilt. You got a precept, no more?
Yeah, let me finish this. I got for the word mischief. Let me read this again. It says, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief." We see it right there. That's firsthand. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. And the word mischief is rai, which means evil. It says, or to be wicked. It says, to be wicked, to be injurious, or be evil. And then we all know the scriptures. It says, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit. That's talking about Esau.
Right. And they're using Kanye West as a puppet.
Exactly.
He's all about bringing everybody together.
Yep.
All right, the Lord ain't about that. He wants everybody to be together. He loves that. He loves Nazis. He loves Zionists at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
Right.
So he's bringing everybody together. So they're using him as to pull people together to get under the one banner so they can get that implant.
Exactly. Yep.
Right? And the Balenciaga thing, fashion, that basically it exploits the sexuality of women. Because women's sexuality is supposed to be privatized to their husband. Yep. Their sexuality is supposed to be under the dominion of their husband, and before their husband, their father. So it's private. But what Balenciaga, with Do It Thou Wilt, we put that on camera, Do It Thou Wilt, Balenciaga, all right? It exploits the sexuality of women. That makes what women become whores, sexually free, and that destroys the family. And it makes them more willing to acquiesce to the power of the state. The more free a woman is, she'll in turn convince the men, because they know the way to get to men is through women. So they take control of the women's minds, and they'll, in turn, since men want sex, and they want to be around women, they'll get the minds of the men also. They're doing that to control you, to get you under the banner of the new system they want to bring in. And they use fashion to do that. All the major ones, okay, especially the ones that exploit the woman's sexuality. All right, Balenciaga was to Do It Thou Wilt. Did you put that on camera?
Yeah.
Do it thou wilt. By Balenciaga. All right.
Just one more verse.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, "For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence."
Meaning they practice witchcraft. They practice evil works to bring forth about their agenda. It's normal to them, though.
Yeah.
It's not like they're trying to be evil. It's normal. It's a part of their scheme, their rituals. Like there's a ritual us out here on the altar preaching. It's normal to us. We keep the holy
they got,
days.
appetite for destruction.
Yeah, there you go. They got that appetite. It's ingrained within them. And this is the people that women follow. They follow the fashion brands. Get Google a Balenciaga outfit. Right, Kardashians, and that woman's wicked as hell too. Yeah, she's probably an Israelite, but she's a wicked ass woman. I think I think she dropped them finally after she was getting scrutiny from the public and all that. But
She got to pay. Fucking Kanye West got to pay $200,000 that bitch.
and she don't even need the fucking money.
Yep.
She don't need the damn money. She already a multimillionaire, if not a billionaire.
You know, it's crazy. This is a complete side note, but I was looking at the article about how much money this dude owes, and then in the article they went into how this isn't even the craziest amount that one man had to pay to a woman, and that back in 2010 there was a 98-year-old billionaire who had to pay. I forget how. I think it was like $3 million a month for a baby that wasn't even his, and she even said the baby wasn't his, and she still had to pay. This is back. I did some research on it, 2010. That shit was evil, man.
Little girls, some golf gear.
Well, you got Maggie. That's a baby, right? Yep. Maggie moving her hips like she a woman, a little woman. And women do that shit. They'll sexualize their children with tights.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Put it on that.
Or they'll put them in mini skirts, and then the mini skirts are just wearing like.
And they have makeup on. They have like a weave or whatever, or hair done in a sexy way or whatever.
Yeah, lipstick.
Why you getting shot?
Yep. Any woman's department store you go to, or a girl's department store you go to, teen girl department store, on all the mannequins and stuff like that, the outfits they have on those mannequins are very provocative outfits, and that just happened through generations and through constant advertisements and stuff like that, and just programming the people that this is how you should dress, and so now it's accepted. Like you wouldn't normally years ago, many years ago, that wouldn't be an accepted thing. Women wouldn't be just bearing on
themselves, Timothy. So this is so if your woman dressed like this, that means Satan's running her mind, and she'll take the implant. Any article clothes these women got on, even the ones that look good, they are under the vibration of Satan.
Yep.
All right. I mean, the ones that look more conservative, I'm saying. All right. So if they're into that fashion shit, they're into witchcraft. A real witch. You might hear a woman say that she's a real witch. They're into witchcraft. All right. Mine's Timothy. All right. So you ain't supposed to dress like that.
Let me see what
This Balenciaga women's outfits. It looked like this regular shit people would wear, but it's like stylized and those are horror outfits. The oversized shirt with the skirt on. All right, those are horror outfits. All right?
Yeah, you got Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret. Get the Balenciaga Bloody Babies. Pull that up, Bloody Babies.
They selling trash.
They selling them shit bags.
Read
you see that?
Yeah,
it's not proper.
Yeah, this is 1 Timothy 2:9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
All right, now read the last one again.
What's that?
15.
Oh, verse 15. Notwithstanding, she shall be staved in childbearing if they continue in faith, in charity, in holiness, and sobriety.
Most of you women are going to be put to death because you're not bearing the children of the elect, and you're not in a maternal situation, meaning you have a husband. Maternal means the full definition. Doesn't mean you're a mother. It means you take care of domestic skills. In fact, look that up. Look up maternal in Google. It should say it there. It should say women. It should say domestic skills and being a mother. Just put maternal duties. Google. All right, so look up shame face. Adorn themselves with modest apparel. Shame face, yeah. But, look at modest first. And then we'll close up after these few scriptures.
Modest, well arranged, seemingly modest.
All right, look up shame face. Orderly.
Of good behavior.
Good behavior. Decorous, orderly. You want to be in order. Your sexuality is supposed to be prophesied, not wearing, not that you can afford Balenciaga stuff, but the point still stands. You're not supposed to be dressed like that in a whore's outfit. You put it on camera, a whore's outfit?
Yeah, I put the Balenciaga on.
Yeah, but,
Google definition for maternal is the defining attribute.
maternal duties.
Yeah.
All right, so it doesn't mean you have to necessarily have children by the man, but you're fulfilling maternal duties. Look.
The defining attributes of maternal role were considered nurturing, protecting, caretaking, and managing household affairs.
Manage your household affairs. Yo, so if you want to get saved, you better have that man's baby. All right? All right? Or take care of the household. You better be doing something that makes you a fit. Give me the vessel fit for use. Give me that. You better be to fit within the Lord's building. Because if you're not fit within the Lord's building, you're not building. You're not fit for salvation. All right, well, give me that, where it says vessel fit for salvation. That's in Timothy. All right, so, anybody have anything else? So, women's book, read what you got here. No. Read it anyway. Get the scripture I asked for. Somebody else.
You got that scripture.
I got it. Timothy's.
No, read the scripture first. Yeah.
All right, this is Isaiah 26 and 10.
What?
Let favor be shewed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah. But both in the actual land and amongst the Israelites that are dwelling in the new land. He ain't doing right. He ain't doing it right. He ain't doing it right over in the land of Israel, and he ain't doing it right over here in North Central South America. He's still a devil, and that's what he's supposed to do. Yeah, read up.
Yeah, I got one.
Read what you got.
For the woman itself, this is Proverbs 31 and 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
There you go.
So you're gonna pay attention to those women, not just anybody.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, beauty is in vain, it says.
Yeah. It's not how beautiful you are. It's how obedient and agreeable you are.
Yep.
All right. All right. I'm on.
I do have the precept for shape for the danger.
I got the definition for
I'm on. Read yours.
virtues.
All right. 2 Timothy 2 verse 20.
What?
It says, but in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor.
Some to honor, some to dishonor. All right. So yeah. So what part of you? What part do you take? Honor or dishonor? Good.
If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use.
Yeah, meat for the master's use. When you look up meat, I mean able to be used. Can you look that up real quick? Yep. Meat for the master's use. Meat for the master's use. It's either one of those words. Say able to be used. It's a powerful word there. I ain't looking up in a while though.
Let me look at it again.
Master's use it might be.
I think this is the word
Meat?
for
Meat?
meat. This is the
Meat?
word for meat right here. It says Eukratos. Eukratos. It says easily used.
Easily used. You know how I used to talk to certain women, mainly all women, but probably the black woman. She like, oh, wow, give me your Instagram. And then she standoffish. She's unsure. She got to figure out whether you're rich or not. Look you up and down. She's not easily used. So we can't use her. So she's gonna be destroyed and then she'll be reborn in the kingdom. But she'll be in the concentration camp, getting tortured, starving, all right, worrying. All right, get chained to a pipe in the damn boiler room. All right, because she's not easy to be used. So read the definition again.
It's Eukratos. It says easily used.
Easily used. So if she's not that, she's not fit for salvation. Go ahead.
It says useful.
And the same thing goes for you men too. If you're not easily used, you're gonna get put to death. You're gonna be in a connotation camp. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Jake, they faithless.
Yeah.
They're not easily usable. They're not profitable. It says useful, profitable, meat for use.
Meat for use. Meat for use. All right. That's plain. That's plain. All right. Modest apparel, shame faces. You got something?
You got
French,
some-
French?
you got-
A definition for virtuous.
Go ahead, read it. Yeah.
Kind of says, I'm gonna just get straight to the point. It says mid 14th century.
All right, then we're closing up. 2 more scriptures.
Con. In English, as having beneficial or efficacious properties, and then it says having excellent moral qualities conforming to religious law.
Right. Conforming. All right. There we go. All right.
Oh, Sluggy, for the word master's use, they have the word master here. It's, pretty interesting. It says a despot, which is like a ruler, and it says it also means husband.
All right. And it tells you in Corinthians 11 says the man is the head of the woman, and the head of the man is Yahushua, and the head of Yahushua is the man. Is Yahweh. That's what so the women is supposed to be subordinate, the elect women anyway, to well really all women, but right now, it's just the elect women. So if you don't fit those attributes, you're not easily to be used. All right, whether you're a man or a woman, all right, you're not going to make it. You're not going to be elect. All right? So, that was it, Amon?
That was it.
All right, now, did you have something?
Yep. I just want to go into the word ados, which is
Looking down and all that.
yeah, shamefaced. It says a sense of shame or honor, modesty, bashfulness, reverence, regard for others, or respect. But I'm going to go deeper into. It says through the idea of downcast eyes, bashfulness, modesty. It says reverence and then shamefacedness, right? Modesty and shamefacedness. Now, so I want to go into the modesty and shamefaced and the different.
Right. If you're wearing Balenciaga, that's do as thou wilt.
Yep.
So you pretty much free.
Yep.
To do what you want, so you can't be, you're not able to be used.
Yep.
You're not agreeable. And you're not damn sure not shamefaced.
Yep. So shamefaced, the shame adjective, definition 2, extremely modest or shy, bashful. So the word shy, right? If you ever look at a bad bitch, that quote unquote bad bitch type of woman, they are so goddamn proud, walking like they shit those things, head all the way up, wearing provocative fucking clothing.
Stretch forth neck.
Yep.
Yep.
And a lot of that pride comes from what they're wearing. They know that they're getting all that attention. That attention gives them. And then you slap a name like Balenciaga, where you're paying a price tag for it. They even boast of even more.
Do as thou wilt.
You got a mascara, which is a mask.
Yep.
It changes you.
You got a $10,000 fucking a damn YSL bag or whatever designer purse bags you bitches be having.
Most of these people can't afford it.
Yeah, Birkin bag. Yeah. Yeah, Chanel's. Yep. But the women they don't have no they ain't shy. They're proud. Look at the fucking bag I got. Look at the
But the other women that can't afford those stuff, they look up to those women.
Yep.
That's the issue. We know you can't actually afford that stuff, but sometimes you might be able to save up and can.
Yeah.
Or you look up to women that dress like
Right. Yeah. They still put on fucking nasty ass weave that fucking costs Yeah.
You better pray that you're with a man that's elect. If you didn't have his child or you're not doing the domestic duties for that man, you probably ain't gonna make it. Somebody better pray that the Lord hold you and get you with protection. Because if you're of the elect, the Lord gonna protect you.
Yes, right.
He's gonna send you with eventually with a group.
Now here's the damn slicer right here, the final kill right here.
Ending it with this.
Yep. This is the word modest. All right. The definition 3. Dressing or behaving so as to avoid impropriety or indecency, especially to avoid attracting sexual attention. So when it says that adorn yourself in modest apparel, modest is specifically dressing and behaving in a way to avoid indecency.
Now look up this in the antonyms.
Oh yeah.
Modest. Yeah. Can you do that with Google or no?
I think I can.
You can do it with dictionary.
Yeah.
Merriam. You do antonyms.
I think so. Yeah.
The opposite of modest would be Balenciaga. Do
There's
as thou wilt.
synonyms and antonyms. All right.
Antonym of modest.
Antonym. All right. Damn. So antonyms is obscene, immodest, indecent, coarse, vulgar, filthy, dirty, impure, unclean.
Damn.
unchaste,
Unchaste.
improper, smutty.
Proper
Smutty.
So you wearing Balenciaga, you a smut.
Smut. That's that word.
Smut. Alright.
That shit is deep.
Spotted, blemished, tarnished.
Yeah, you got
Yep.
High and mighty, high-handed,
all he has to understand.
arrogant.
Arrogant.
Clamorous, bitch.
Complex. That's a great one. Complicated.
Complicated, yeah, they want to, yeah, because they think they're sophisticated and they got
Yeah.
high standards. They're just being
48.
whores. That's what they're being. They're being whores.
Yeah, they just nothing but a ball of confusion.
All the confusion. They don't know what the fuck they want. And then when you got money in the car, all they know what they want now. But then they still confused.
Yeah, they tell you they don't want nothing to eat, but when you bring something around them, they
want something to
want
eat.
your food and shit.
Yeah.
Eat your food, eat my plate.
At least if they be better
Because
to say hungry.
they're in fear. Another thing, they're in fear that they're going to be useless. What they are useless. They should fear that they're useless because they are useless. If they're not serving their husband, they're fucking useless. So they should be in fear that they always want to do something. They want 50-50, which is a damn lie anyway. But some of them will say that, you know. They're 50-50 until you get with them. Then it's 100% and they do nothing.
Here's another one. So modest. The definition for it, like it says as in humble. Like modest is also humble is another way for modest. It says not having or showing any feelings of superiority, or superiority, self-assertiveness, or showiness. Which women have all that, man. It's feeling like they have the utmost self-worth. And the antonyms of that would be superior, aggressive, arrogant, pompous, peremptory, imperious. So that's the opposite of being modest, man.
There you go.
Aggressive and arrogant. These fucking, especially the damn black woman, man.
That's why they created the passport
Aggressive.
robes.
Yep.
Yeah, they trying to get the hell out of the country for the Philippines.
Passport
Thailand.
Yep, and their arrogance comes from that damn Balenciaga, man.
Yep, there you go. Balenciaga, do what thou will. So I will end it there. Hope y'all edified. Shalom.
Shalom.